So today we're just going to make some chicken laying bins for the chicken tractor. We're heading away and we need to kind of prepare and make sure that if it does rain or anything like that, that they are raised up a little bit. So we're going to use these, I think that they're 50 centimeter pots, I think, don't hold me to it, and just lots of scrap wood that we've had around from doing the stumps and everything from earlier. And yeah, and we've also got to do some chicken feeders. We're going to just do that out of some PVC pipe and some tubs. I'm roughly putting this together. I'm winging it. Also, pretty confident that this is going to be not very level because I'm not working with the ground here, but I just need to get it done at the end of the day. Jay would actually die if he seen me go down. Well, would you look at that? Now I'm just going to put some in between. And here it is finished. It may not be the prettiest, but I do know that the chickens are going to love it, and it will keep them dry if we do get some heavy rain down near the coop. It's not necessarily that it floods down there, but there is a lot of runoff from all of the billabongs that we do have in that section of the property. So a little bit of peace of mind that we won't need to be going out in the middle of the night to rescue chickens, or to just make sure that if we do have consecutive days of rain, that they will be up and that their egg laying won't be affected by any of it. So while we're here, I thought I would show you our billabong, creeks, water holes, whatever you want to call them. We did have a biodiversity guy come out and he inspected the property, and he did in fact say that they are classed as billabongs. So that's what we're going with. But as you can see, when we first filmed this, it is quite shallow. There's not much water in this one in particular, and the other ones, which I'll show you in a minute, are completely bone dry. However, towards the end of the video, you will see that we have had 2 really good rains since filming this, and now the water is spilling over the sides of them and filling onto the grass and all around it. And that's usually what happens when we do have some pretty steady rain on our property. So it's about 200 meters from the front, going across the property. It does have like this creek system / billabongs that run right through it. So after they all fill, it does start to spill out onto the property, which is why we will have to do some pretty good fixing in the driveway when we do the future house down the back. There will have to be some type of causeway or something put in so we can still access the back house. But this is the second one off. The third one off. As you can see, it is the height of my dog, and I would say that this one is the deepest. So where we're standing here is basically the boundary of our property, and the billabongs do start here and they flow around to the right hand side with only a few little pockets on the other side of the property, and then our neighbor also has some as well. And on either side of us, there's a mountain behind us, and I think that that's where a lot of the water does come from and fills these up pretty quickly. They do get white watery, like little rapids, when we do get like consecutive days of heavy rain. They do fill pretty fast, which is also really good. The kids love them, the animals love it, and yeah, it's good to sometimes get some heavy rain and really flush them out and everything as well. But we've got lots of little critters and everything growing in here, and it's just good to have on the property, to naturally have it on the property, I suppose. Okay, so now I've moved on to the chicken feeders. So this is where their food goes. I don't know how many liters are actually in these tubs. It's a lot. I know that it fits 2 bags of chicken food in there, and they're 20-kilo bags. So it does hold a lot of chicken food, more than enough for when we need to go away. These are just right angle. I think 90 mil we got. So I have put them up a little bit higher in the hopes that when it's on the ground, the chickens will still be able to get their head in there comfortably. And so then this sits obviously a little bit off the bottom. I don't know if you can see, might be better off that angle. It sits a little bit off, giving space for the food to go underneath it. So I'll do another one now and show you how I do it, and then yeah, hopefully this is just a way more convenient way to feed them, even just without going away just on a daily basis. If you kind of like scratch a little bit at the start, it seems to be easier to follow the circle around on a bit of an angle. If you hold the Stanley on an angle, it just seems to cut it a lot easier than holding it straight. Now I'll silicone around here so it stays in there secure.
So they just pop their little heads in there. Hey Dylan, how are you? What are you doing? Come here. And Jay's just over there cleaning out the shed.
So I don't know if I've ever said it in any of my videos, but we are also wildlife carers here, and this is one of our little wallabies that we've had in care for quite a while. She'll be released soon enough though, and we have got a little friend lined up with her that will be released together. So now we're doing the chicken water feeders. This was also really easy to do. We had it done within a couple of minutes, besides the silicone needing to dry, and the chickens really like drinking from this. So all in all, I would definitely recommend these.
Okay, and here I've also flipped the container over and the silicone to the bottom.
Okay, so now how we get water to the two paddocks. This is an IBC, obviously, with the lid cut off it, and the other one is a half an IBC. Jay's just run a little bit of blue line between both of them. Obviously, it's gravity fed, and the smaller one has access to both sides of the fence. Where we are standing right now is in the driveway to go to the back of the property. And this, I don't think I've ever shown you, but this is our paddock. So we've just got them divided three. The fence just here is the one that divides the two on the one side, and we've got one on the other. They're roughly around 3 acres per paddock, and they run either side of the driveway. We will do rotational grazing for the cows and horses or whatever other animals we do have. But this is our paddocks, and how we're working with it, with fire breaks on either side of these as well.
So this is our Christmas Day floods that we've had on the property. So they're our little billabongs. It's now Boxing Day and everything has gone down a lot. Like all of this here was under a fair bit of water. If we walk up here. So this is our boundary of our property. As you can see by the markers, that's my neighbours. And where this driveway here is, all through there are the continuous billabongs and creek that run into ours. So all of this was all underwater yesterday. Not too much, but it does get pretty full on with how fast it actually flows. But yeah, it's really good though to flush everything out, I suppose. So part of this part here on the grass was also all under, and you can tell from previous videos how empty this was to how it is now, and how fast it just completely fills. We've had 2 good rain, and And this is, yeah, the result of that. So all up there, it's, yeah, it gets a fair bit. So as you can see, the chickens do get a fair bit of water in here. I actually brought that cart. Hang on a second, I'll just zip this up so they don't get out. We brought this cart in here yesterday because it was just getting so wet. That side is a little bit higher, but as you can see here, it was a little bit wet. So, and also this is our wire that we've had to put in underneath, and then it's attached to the sides here to stop the foxes from getting in, because as you can see, we have a little clan of hens now because we've had so many taken. These are the feeding boxes, also really good. See, still full, and the water. These would have to be the best things that we've done here for the chickens, because I'm not feeding them every single day now, and besides scraps, and it's worked out awesome. Like, I am feeding them, I'm coming down here every second day and checking obviously the food and getting eggs, but other than that, it's just so amazing to not have to cart food down every day, and especially water. Water was a big thing for us. We had a big tray in here, but they kept just getting it dirty, tipping it over, stepping in it and stuff like that. So this is like an awesome way to prevent that, and we get so many days, actually probably like 5 days worth before I have to fill it up again. And we just have the hose, as you can see there, that goes to that 1,000 litre tank, and that's how we're doing it, I suppose, off grid without any pumps or anything. That's just gravity fed. And yeah, so far this is it. This is what we have to do. Unfortunately, they are in here a lot at the moment, only because we've had foxes and they keep coming back, the foxes do. So I am trying to limit the amount of time that they are outside, and yeah, but that's why we had to bring this in, so there's just more things for them to hop up out of the water with. But unfortunately they are in here for the next, I would say, week, and then I'll start letting them out again and making sure they all come in at night.